Well, it is that time of year again, the time of year when we love to decorate our homes for all the upcoming holidays, Halloween, Thanksgiving, Christmas, Hanukkah. In this segment of Open for Business, we introduce you to a Las Vegas lady who turned her training and education as an engineer and her love for creating beautiful things into a hobby. And that hobby turned into a full-time business, but it's a business which is a labor of love for her. Now, this is a sign of a real wine lover, and so is this. And wait, I guess there's a coffee lover in the house too? What you will notice as you look around the home of Maureen Packold is that she's actually a lover of these beautiful decorations that enable her to express what she enjoys in life, from wine to family. And they're all created by Marcella Fish and Marcella's home decor business, Rustic Elegance.
I actually look at her stuff at least 3 times a week, especially with all of the new stuff that she has coming out for the holidays. There's so much to choose from. I mean, there's so many different things that she makes. And she just finished up her fall show, so now she's getting started into Christmas.
In fact, like most of the Rustic Elegance customers, Maureen is as big of a fan of the talent behind these creations as she is of the artwork itself.
She's very creative in what she does, and she is a perfectionist. When I say perfectionist, she actually made me something and she wasn't happy with it, and I was fine with it, but she wouldn't let me have it, so.
Oh, these are the best right here. These are my top sellers.
This is not just a pretty face that designs pretty things. Marcella Fish is the talent, the brains, and I guess you could say the brawn behind this exploding business. She says she was born to create things that make people feel happy, feel love, make them laugh, and even make them remember.
I'm an engineer, educated, and in my career, I never was completely fulfilled with my work, because I think there was this part of me missing. I didn't have access to the creative side of the work that I really get now doing this.
It was a search for a prayer box for herself that got this whole business started. When she couldn't find one made of wood that she liked, well, she just made her own and started getting requests from people who saw it.
Now the boxes have become a super custom and personalized product. I created a ton of designs, but what I have found is that people want what they need on it. If I'm going to do a wedding box, it's going to have a bride and groom's name, it's going to have their wedding date, it could have a special verse.
Specialized prayer, wedding, and memorial boxes gave her the idea to create customized crosses and hearts out of olive wood from Bethlehem. Rather quickly from there, her signs were born. Demand grew and continues to grow, but she never lost sight of her original vision. Whether she's following one of her templates or creating a custom design for a client, nothing around here comes from an assembly line.
What I want to keep in my business is that it's handmade, and I want to keep the personalization aspect of it. And what ended up happening is a couple years ago, we bought a laser. So I could do my own engraving because all the boxes are engraved. So I had been using a variety of different vendors to help me do that work, and I got to the point where I was like, I need to have that. So once I got the laser, it opened up the door for the signs, and the signs have just taken off.
So in 2012, she started Rustic Elegance part-time. In 2016, she quit her day job and Rustic Elegance became her full-time passion. Then she learned how to design her own website and launched that in December of 2018. A lot of work for a one-person business. But before you think she's hired a huge staff, think again. It's just her. And her stepfather, Robert, who helps out in a garage built just for these creations.
I do all the sanding, all the staining, the coloring, painting, whatever needs to be done with all the plank signs. For the 3D signs that need to be have frames built and put together, those are done at the wood shop.
We're pretty sure he works for free. Well, sort of. Stroll through the home of Robert and Marcella's mom, Jan, and you'll see a lot of rustic elegance, reflecting the love this family shares. In fact, you can see Marcella's love for family and for making people happy in all of her art. Just ask her loyal client, Maureen. She wouldn't have trusted anyone else to design and create this special piece.
My family is extremely important to me, and I always like to have inspirational signs around my house that this is your home, this is important, this is where we are one here, and that's where that sign came from. I actually had her do it, and it was the biggest piece that she had done her very first big piece that she had done for me.
More than half of Marcella's customers are repeat customers. They love her work, and she loves their devotion.
My customers are such a blessing to me. I've made super friends through my customer base, and I have never had these problems that people have. Knock on wood, literally. But it's been so wonderful dealing with the people I deal with.